Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors unto the elders who rule well and taught me this truth. Salutations to the Yakim on the highways and hedges, furthering this truth and sincerity indeed. To the Aquath who support us and stay surrounded by this truth. To the scattered of Yahshua across the four corners of the earth, a stumbling block to those outside of this ministry. This is Counselor Dawad, the real brother beloved, and this is only for the elect.
Only for the elect.
Good evening. Hello, I'm Syria Bob, and this is your quick update on the weather conditions across the globe. You're all doomed, and hell is hot. Goodbye.
In Messianic, Hebrew roots, and Jewish circles, you might hear about something called the Noahide Laws, or the 7 Laws of Noah. There are various teachings and opinions concerning this topic, and we're often asked our perspective on whether or not this concept of Noahide laws is relevant to believers today. But before we unpack that question, here's a quick summary of the Noahide laws.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus and for the word of God.
Good evening. This is Daniel Al-Shabal, and this is the God Report, providing evidence of a possible one-world religion. On the 26th of March, 1991, U.S. President George Bush signed Public Law 102-14, a congressional resolution on the 7 Noahide Laws. Prior to the bill being signed in, H.J. Resolution 104, Public Law 102-14, was passed in the House by a voice vote on the 5th of March and was succeeded by the Senate on the 7th of March. An excerpt from the bill reads as follows. Whereas Congress recognized the historical tradition of ethical values and principles which are the basis of civilized society and upon which our great nation was founded. Whereas these ethical principles have been the bedrock of society from the dawn of civilization when they were referred to as the 7 Noahide Laws. Whereas without these ethical values and principles the edifice of civilization stand in serious peril of returning to chaos. Whereas society is profoundly concerned with the recent weakening of these principles that has resulted in crises that beleaguer and threaten the fabric of civilized society. Get educated, stay wise, raise up. I'm Daniel Al-Shabal. We're at the end of this thing. Do you know who your people are?
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Good evening, I'm Marwan Ibadiah, filling in for Nick Hernandez. Tonight, the Noahide Laws. Are you up to speed? What the Noahide Laws legislation emphatically declares, will someday be brutally enforced on not only the American people, but on the whole world. As the globalists move towards a new world order, there will be a new court system adjudicating this standard of morality from Israel, by an impaneled Sanhedrin, 70 Jewish elders, whose judgments will be predicated on the ideas of the Talmud, which are mere traditions of men as constructed by post-Messianic rabbinical literature. The Talmud is comprised of three things: the Gemara, the Mishnah and the Tanakh. The Mishnah is called the duplicate or double, the additional set of oral law. The Talmud discussion has always been fixated on the oral law, how it always existed with the rabbis and how it supersedes in many cases the written Torah law. In the practice of Talmudism, you don't have the decisions of Levitical priests or fathers of the tribes that resided over the houses of Yashar making decisions. Instead you have replacement theology with the group of rabbis, officiating from the 1st century forward, commenting on the Tanakh and the Torah and those opinions and later opinions, rabbis from the 4th, 7th, and 14th century, etc. Their comments now becoming oral law. Even though their commentary did not exist when Exodus 18 was written, most were not given until well after Hamashiach was crucified. These opinions therefore would reflect their rejection of the deity of Yahweh.
Maimonides' Mishnah Torah, in chapter 10 states, it is a mitzvah, commandment, however, to eradicate Jewish traitors, minim, apostates traitors, and apikosim, and to cause them to descend to the pit of destruction, since they cause difficulty to the Jews and sway the people away from God, as did Jesus of Nazareth and his students, and Tzadok, Bathus, and their students. May the name of the wicked rot.